Good morning, my beautiful people. Welcome back to Sunday Talk episode number 86. In today's episode, as always, I'm gonna go over some of the questions I received from you guys, and also I check a U.S. consulate update of 2 countries where they resume partial visa services. They start working on visa of spouse and children under the age of 21 of U.S. citizens. So stay tuned till the end to know which are those 2 countries. Before I start today's video, I want to wish you guys a happy Sunday. I hope your day is going well as planned. It's very cold. I don't know what part of the country you are, but it is very cold. The first question today will come from John Hubert Emmanuel. Jean Hubert Emmanuel. So here is the question. Anywhere you should translate your birth certificate to give it to the officer you will meet for the interview, for my interview in Haiti? Well, there are a lot of places that translate document, okay, where you can translate your document either from Creole to English, from French to English, stuff like that, okay. But if you cannot find any local company that can do that, you can contact the U.S. consulate and ask them which agency they recommend, which company they recommend for translation, to translate your document. Then they will be able to help you out, okay. That's all you're gonna do. Let's move to the second question of today's video. This one will come from Marites Santiago. Here's the question. When will it resume visa services? Because our interview was canceled last April 2020. Are we still going to provide documents that are already expired? How we will know? Thank you so much. God bless. Well, if you submit, you already submit your document to NVC and they review it, and those documents expire. If the document expire after NVC approve your, actually after your document requalify, your case is document requalified, what's gonna happen is the consulate will ask you to bring a new document of the one that expired. Let's say your passport expired. If it expire after your document requalify, then you have to take a new passport to the consulate when you go to your interview anyway, because they cannot put a visa in your expired passport. Same thing with police clearance. If your police clearance expire, you have to renew it and take another one to the visa interview. But in case those documents expire before the case is document to qualify, NVC will notify you and let you know that your document expire, either to upload a new one or to take a new one to the consulate when you go for your interview, okay. Let's move to another question. This one will come from let me see, Stowe Imoleyo Elizabeth. Here is the question. Hi John, I applied for a tourist visa with my wedding certificate and I'm on F2B visa process. Will the consular officer ask about it on the day of an F2B interview? Though I did not go for the tourist visa interview. I need answer. Excuse me. Well, one thing you have to know is that if you apply for a visa at the U.S. consulate, they have all those information in the system, okay? They have all those information in the system. So every time you apply for a new visa or you are in process of another visa, they can pull all those information and see that, see if things match, okay? Yeah, they can check all those stuff. But in your case, since you are in F2B process, you are in the process, then you apply for tourist visa. Of course, now they're gonna have in the system. They might ask you a question regarding that. Just be prepared. Whatever question they ask you, just give them an honest answer, okay? That's all I can tell you here. Let's move to another question. This one will come from Ba. Let me see. Ba Sise asked this question. Thanks so much of the information. It's a good news, but will the embassy start interview with the people that they canceled their interview last year? Well, thanks for the question. Of course, if your interview was canceled last year because of the pandemic, once the U.S. consulate resume visa services in your country, they should send you another interview appointment letter. Okay, they're gonna send you that. But in case you didn't receive any new interview appointment letter, please contact the U.S. consulate. Okay, and let them know that they cancel your interview because of the pandemic and you didn't receive any new appointment letter yet. Okay, excuse me. Let's move to another question here. This one will come from Heifer. Let me see what Heifer has to say. Heifer Afri asked this question. Hello, John. I have my police report on February 2020. I hasn't received my appointment letter yet, but my police report is already available. Now we're in February 2021. Do I need a new police report or not? Because on all my documents were documentary qualified on March 30th, 2020. Please help if I need another police report to support my document. Well, thanks for the question. Yep. If your police report expires, you have to get a new police report before you go to the interview, because if you don't get a new police report, you won't be able to go to the interview. They won't be able to conduct the interview. Okay, I'm talking about the consular officers. So you have to get a new one. Most of the police clearance, I should say, they are valid for 6 months and a year. It depends on the country, so you have to check on how long yours is valid for, and then contact the agency, the authority that take care of those stuff in your country to get a new police clearance or certificate. Okay, it's very important. Let's move to another question here. This one is coming from Shakur. Let me see. Shakir Farah asked this question. Is it hard changing your date of birth due to error from back home green card? Thank you for the video too. Let me know, any of you guys that is on the comment, if you guys saw some cases like this. Well, when you receive your green card, you notice there is a mistake on your green card, either your name, your date of birth. You have to contact USCIS or right away. What you're gonna do, you have to fill up the form called I-90. Okay, you fill up that form, you send it to USCIS so they can correct the mistake on your green card. That's how you do to correct the mistake. Okay, let's move to another question here. This one will come from Nameless Relentless. Ask this question. It is a big problem that I didn't write down my middle name in giving names. Can it be fixed before my interview? Well, some of the mistakes you make on your DS on 260 are minor. Okay, they don't really pay attention to that. NVC doesn't really pay attention to that. But if it's a big mistake, NVC will either contact you to correct it before your interview. Okay, but if it's just a minor mistake, you can correct it at a visa interview. Basically, you take a proof, whatever document you have as a proof that will show that you made a mistake. Then you just give it to the consular officer. They will review everything. But in your case over here, since I'm not giving any legal advice, the best thing to do is to contact the NVC just to make sure it's not a big problem. Just to make sure, they tell you, actually call them so you hear what they have to say, because they're gonna tell you exactly what you do. Either to, don't worry about it till you go to the interview, or correct it right away. Okay. Let's move to another question here. This one will come from Sechofia Mausi asked this question. Hi John, my wife is waiting for her interview, but her passport will expire soon because of the COVID delay. Can she go ahead to renew her passport? Well, thanks for the question. Usually, like I told one of the viewer who will ask me about document that expire while in the immigrant visa process. Well, if your case is not documented to qualify yet, your NVC will contact you once your document expires to upload a new one. Okay, but in case the case is already documented to qualify, then you have to take on the new passport, basically in this case to the interview. Okay, so your NVC will notify you once the passport expires. So to answer your question, I think it's better for your wife to renew her passport now. That way, once it expires, NVC and she receive a notification, or you receive a notification from NVC, you can just replace it. Okay, actually resubmit another document, another passport document. Let's move to the last question of today's video, which will come from Stranger Things. Stranger Things asked this question. Hello sir, my visa category is F4, priority date on 2013. I have received a welcome letter on 2029, but I'm unable to pay fees. Someone tell me what was the reason behind that. Well, thanks for the question. Usually when you receive a welcome letter from NVC to start your immigrant visa, your visa categories, F4 categories and different other categories, especially the categories that has a visa limitation, you won't be able to start the immigrant visa process yet. You will get your case number, invoice ID. When you log in, you won't be able to pay any fees, okay, to continue the process. You have to wait until the priority date is current. Okay, once the priority date is current, NVC will contact you again. That's when you're going to be able to log in, click on like start and pay fees and submit all the document. That's something that is common. It's not just you. Okay, all right guys, and like I said, that was the last question of today's video. I went through 10 questions, and now I want to talk about those countries that resume partial visa services. The first country is Ghana. Okay, so I checked the website, that was yesterday, and they resume partial visa services. They start working on visa, immigrant visa from spouse of U.S. citizen, children under age of U.S. citizen, and also some emergency non-immigrant visa cases, basically. Okay, so if you are somebody who petitioned for a relative or your wife and your children and you are a U.S. citizen, you need to contact the U.S. consulate in Ghana to see if to see how things going, basically. Okay, so they should be able to, NVC should be able to schedule a visa appointment for your relative or son. Okay, and the second country is Pakistan. Also, I noticed also that Pakistan resumed partial visa services as well for the spouse and children under age of a U.S. Citizen. In case you didn't receive any information from NVC yet, or maybe you just be patient a little bit. Once NVC is able to schedule an appointment for you, they're gonna contact you. Same thing with Ghana. People who have a relative in Ghana, you have to wait a little bit, because what's gonna happen now is there is a lot of people in queue. So NVC gonna be able to gonna try to schedule an interview appointment of people who are in front of the queue first. So you just have to be patient. It's not because you are a spouse and children under age of 21 of U.S. citizen, then NVC gonna be able to schedule an appointment for you right away, because the NVC will be able to schedule an appointment once they receive a green light from the U.S. consulate. Once the U.S. consulate tell them that, okay, now there is a spot available for them to schedule an appointment for you. Just be patient, okay? Some of you guys who still are affected by the immigration suspension, you still have to wait till March on 31st, when the immigration suspension will end. Hopefully it will end on that way. NVC gonna start schedule an appointment for you guys as well, okay? So guys, and that's it for today's video. I hope you guys will learn something from it. If you know somebody who might benefit from this video, just share with that person. Whatever you do today, do it peacefully. If today is your birthday, happy birthday coming from John. Once again, thanks for watching, and I talk to you guys next Sunday.
USA Monde.